Dan Illman, Mike Beer, taking a look at the feature race at Woodbine on Sunday. We'll throw up the field for the Grade 2 Autumn. We're going 1.1 miles on the Tapeta surface. You can play this race with DRF Bets. It kicks off a 20-cent pick 4, and you have a really nice matchup between the 2019 Belmont Stakes winner, Sir Winston, the number 4, and the 2020 Queen's Plate winner, the number 8, Mighty Heart. And they were both beaten last time out by the 2019 Autumn winner, the number 1 Special Forces.
Yeah, it's a good matchup between all three of these horses, Dan. I don't think it's that hard to make a case for any one of them. We'll see how they wind up betting it. Morning line favorite is Sir Winston. I guess I won't argue with that, but he doesn't have to be favored.
We'll throw up the Timeform US pace projector. A couple long shots expected to be up front. The 2 Vanzi, the 3 Primo Touch. Mighty Heart, one of his great advantages is his tactical speed. He, of course, went gate to wire in the Queen's Plate. He can sit. He can go to the front. He likely gets the jump on his main competition.
Yeah, I think he does. We'll see. You know, this pace projector suggested a couple horses are going to be up there with him. I wonder if he just might not clear here, Dan. In each of his last 2 starts, it really wasn't an option for him to try to clear in those races. Tap It to Win was in both of those spots. He's just a faster horse early. That horse isn't in here anymore. I think Mighty Heart makes the lead.
Trainer Kevin Attard has done a wonderful job with the number 1 Special Forces, who again won the Autumn in 2019 and then went away for almost 2 years. He has had 3 starts now off that elongated layoff, including the win over 3 of these rivals in the Durham Cup. Let's watch that 1.1 race on the Tapeta last month. Special Forces comes widest. Directly to his inside is Mighty Heart. Directly to Mighty Heart's inside is Sir Winston. And on the lead is Halo again. It's a thrilling finish.
Yeah, it's a good finish. It feels like, and I'm not taking anything away from Special Forces here, Dan, but I feel like in a lot of ways he had all the best of it here. The pace was solid. He had a clean trip all the way around the track on the outside. That was not the case for Sir Winston, who was held up behind horses around the turning. You saw him get in tight there in the stretch as he tried to come through between. Source ran really well last time, and he's a huge player right back. And if he's not going to be the favorite, I'm not going to argue if you like him.
Vanzi is rock solid. Stakes winner on turf, stakes winner on synth, coming off a 3rd place effort over the Tapeta at Presque Isle Downs. The horse he finished directly in front of came back to run 2nd in an off-the-turf stake on dirt at Hawthorne with an 89 buyer. He has good tactical speed.
Yeah, he should get a good trip in this race. He ran fine last time. He won over this course in the display a couple of winters ago, back in December of 2019. He also has a big win on another synthetic track at Turfway Park. He handles this surface just fine. He could get a trip and it'll be a price.
Primo Touch somehow held on for 3rd in the Canadian International, that big fig race won by Walton Street, who came back and didn't run very well in the Breeders' Cup Turf. And he opened up a 20-length lead last time out in a starter optional claimer, and he tired very, very badly. I wonder if he can hold this horse. He's really unproven on synthetic, but maybe he just runs and guns to the front.
Yeah, maybe he does. Cutting all the way back here, switching surfaces. He could still make the lead, though. Maybe that's just his running style, and they'll send him. I'd be surprised if he was still around at the end.
We talked about Attard's job in really getting the number 1 back into form, Special Forces. Mark Cassie's gotten Sir Winston back into good form. He won the Belmont. He then disappeared basically for about 6 months. It's taken him a while, all of 2020, to get back into form. He likes it up here on the Tapeta. We saw him get bumped a little bit in mid-stretch last time out. He's back in form.
Yeah, he is. He's just run really well in both of his starts since he came back. I mean, it wasn't as long a layoff as it was for Special Forces when they met back in August, but this horse ran really well first time back, and I thought he won that race fair and square, and maybe he even would have won last time with a better trip, Dan. I think he's the horse to beat.
Faraway Kitten scored last time out against $60,000 claimers, but this horse has a little bit of back class. He won the American Derby on turf as a 3-year-old. Let's watch Faraway Kitten rally from out of it over the synthetic. Again, a very solid horse, likes synth, likes turf, maybe a little fig compromised.
Yeah, he feels like he's just found himself in a really tough spot here. He does have some back class, though. He handles this surface really well. He's going to really hope, though, that this pace develops in front of him because he wants to sit and make one run.
While Special Forces had a couple of races going into the Durham Cup off that long layoff, Halo again, the number 6, had been off for over a year. And the fact that he took that strong field till about the 8th pole, I think is a very good sign for trainer Steve Asmussen. 92 Beyer speed figure off that long layoff. He's had time since that race to recover. And I think at 6-1, he's kind of an interesting horse going second off the bench.
Yeah, I agree with you. He did run really well last time with the layoff considered and, the tough field that he was facing as well. I did think he ran well last time. I mean, this horse was 4-1 in the Queen's Plate before he missed all that time. He was a very good horse early on, and we'll see if he can get back into that form. If he runs, if he takes a step forward off of his return in the Durham Cup, he's going to be tough in here.
Embolden, the 7, graded stakes placed on turf, stakes placed on dirt, has run well on synthetic, including this race last time out for 40 where he was taken. You see him down on the inside. He's going to fight all the way to the wire. I'm really not sure what the best distance for this colt is. However, I wonder if a mile and a 16 is pushing it just a bit.
Yeah, I wonder if it is too. And, stepping way up in class like this isn't going to help him either. He's another horse who does have some back class and feels like he handles any surface. So you don't have to worry about those things. I just wonder if he's good enough.
And the very popular Mighty Heart, the Queen's Plate winner of 2020, completes this lineup. He was a little bit further off the pace last time out. It was a solid field. We saw him in between horses in the stretch. Not the greatest with his lead changes, but he's had a very solid campaign in 2020. He figures to show up again.
Yeah, he's just good. I can't say that I'm his biggest fan, but he's just a really good horse. He shows up every time and he can make his own trip. And I think that's really important in here. I'm worried that he's going to clear off early in this race, Dan. And I think that would make him really tough. I still picked against him.
Top pick time for the Grade 2 Autumn Stakes. I'm going with Special Forces. You just beat 3 of these. Maybe he got the right setup. I think he might get another setup. I wonder if that turf marathoner is just going to go out there to the lead and maybe try to set a legitimate pace. Sir Winston obviously has the back class, and he ran well last time.
He did. I don't have any argument with your pick. I still kind of feel like Sir Winston would have won with a different trip. I'm going to take him on top.
Same exact, a different order. Mike's going 4-1-8-2. I'm going 1-4-6-8. Enjoy the Grade 2 Autumn Stakes, the feature at Woodbine on Sunday.